Alright, today we celebrate about a great Friday. It's a remembrance about what Jesus had done 2,000 years ago. How God saw His love for us. How Jesus died on the cross to pay our sin and our sickness. Here I will read the Word of God from Rome 5 verse 6 to 8. The Word of God says, Christ arrived right on time to make this happen. He did and doesn't wait for us to get ready. He presented Himself for this sacrificial death when we were far too weak and rebellious to do anything to get ourselves ready. And even if we had been so weak, we won't have known what to do anyway. We can understand someone dying for a person worth dying for. And we can understand how someone good and noble could inspire us to selfless sacrifice. But God put His love on the line for us by offering His Son in sacrificial death while we were of no use whatever to Him. In the other words say, even though we are useless, nothing we can do, we are too weak, but God saw His love for us while we are still sinners. Jesus paid our sin and our sickness in the cross. There is substitution in the cross, that Jesus took our sin and our sickness in the cross and give us His righteousness and His wholeness and healing. And God restore our life, because from beginning when God created the heaven and the earth, God created is perfect. And God created Adam and Eve. God created them perfect. And they have a very nice relationship with God until they fall unto sin. What is sin? It's against the Word of God. So when they are fall unto sin, they lose the glory of God. And then they're separated with God. Because sin separates man with God. And because of this sin, devil took over the world. Because when devil offered the fruit to Adam and Eve, when Adam and Eve received the fruit, and devil received the world. And then since that time, devil took over all the world. And the world become full with wickedness and sickness and all the bad things. So that's why when Jesus came to the world, the devil said, see all the world, and I will give it to you if you bow down and worship me. And Jesus doesn't rebuke the devil, but Jesus said, only God is worthy to be worshipped. And Jesus had to redeem us, to redeem the world, by paying the price with His own blood. That's what we remember today. How Jesus came to the world. He paid our sin and our sickness. So each and every one of us who believe in Jesus, we become a new creation. And Jesus set us from all the sin, all the weakness, all the sickness, and He made us become new creation. And Jesus lives in us, and we are in Christ. And now, in Christ we have all the power and authority. And whoever believe in Christ, God give us a sign. 4 signs as a believers. Number 1 is to cast out demons, speak in tongues. Even though the drink a poison, it will not harm you. And when you lay hands on the sick, and they will be healed. So today, if you believe in Jesus, if you know you are a sinner, come to Jesus, confess your sin, ask Him, Jesus, come in your heart, and then Jesus will live in you, and you are in Christ, and you become a new creation, and you become more than conqueror. That is your portion, and you have the power because Jesus live in you and you in Christ. Today, if you say, yeah, I know I'm a sinner, even though you have no power, you are too weak to set free from your sin, but Jesus is able to set you free from all your sin, to heal from all your sickness. So that's why each and every one of us, we need Jesus. So today, if you say, Lord, I'm a sinner, I want to set free, cry out to Jesus, asking Jesus to come to your heart, and He will make you new. He will make you become a new creation. This is God's words for you. This is a good news for you today.
Amen.
Receive it for you, and your life will never be the same anymore.
Amen.
Thank you. God